As John comes to realize that this could very well be his last day in this mortal realm, he finds himself back at his old apartment, ready to make a last-ditch effort in order to save himself from the depths of hell. After being diagnosed with terminal lung cancer, John has spent his time saying his goodbyes to his remaining family, tried to make up for his mistakes with some old friends, even helped an old brother's soul escape the eternal damnation of hell, and made some new friends along the way, all while looking for ways to escape his eventual fate. John sought the help of friends and foes alike in order to defy death itself, just to find himself back at familiar ground, ready to make his last stand against the inevitable. He employs chalk to sketch a pentacle and ignites new candles. While positioning himself at the circle's center, he summons the second of the trio of fallen angels guiding hell. He offers the demon a deal, which, after some deliberation, the demon accepts. Following this, John waits briefly, then removes the pentacle and extinguishes the candles, cautious not to alert the next demon of his interaction with the first. After waiting for a while, John redraws the pentacle and lights fresh candles, as he calls on the third of the fallen and offers a deal, which he too accepts. However, by this point, John's cancer is making him very weak, and his encounter with the last demon didn't help. It won't be long now before he bites the dust. Feeling a bit sorry for himself, John shuffles through his coat and retrieves a bottle of his friend Brendan Finn's whiskey. As he drinks it, he remembers everyone close to him and raises a toast for them and for himself, and prepares to execute his final plan. In the end, he retrieves a razor blade, poised to summon the first fallen, Satan. With a sharp cry, he slices his wrist, allowing the crimson stream to flow. As John senses his life slipping away, whether by his own hand or the grips of illness, he feels the presence of Satan observing him. Irritably, John dares the demon to wait until his demise before claiming him, as Satan grins and clarifies that he's arrived early to witness the spectacle. The first of the fallen has come to claim John's soul, which he had claimed when he dealt the ultimate insult upon him, and tricked Satan to drink holy water, and eventually making him miss the opportunity to claim the soul of his friend Brendan. With Satan himself watching the blood drain from his body, all John can do is wait for Satan to claim his soul. While the first of the fallen was enjoying watching the life drain out of John, waiting to get his revenge for the ultimate insult dealt upon him. The second of the fallen appears to make his own claim upon Constantine's soul, followed by the third. Satan quickly catches on that Constantine has outsmarted them. Claiming insult as his route to the soul, Satan finds himself in a standoff against the other claimants who have the soul via contract. The other two grow curious about the insult's magnitude granting Satan's soul claim, but he avoids the question. With a mischievous grin, Constantine reveals how he tricked Satan into drinking holy water. Amidst the uproar of jeers from the other demons, John coolly reminds them of their own deception. Having signed contracts with both the second and the third of the fallen, he points out that all three now have legitimate claims to his soul. With time ticking away, and only 5 minutes or less left in John's life, they face the pressing decision of who will ultimately inherit his soul. However, the ultimate way would be a war between the three for his soul, but John reminds them that if they do go to war over his soul, God will inevitably become involved, and then none of them will get the soul. Naturally, none of the three demons is willing to give up the soul to the others. Likewise, the contracts were all binding, and each says that Constantine's soul is due to the bearer. They must collect it. Their options are few. They cannot allow his soul to pass into limbo, and they cannot war over it, lest God take it from them and make them all slaves. After a tense debate, the demons found themselves cornered, with no apparent solution. John, sensing their dilemma, understood that their only recourse was to save his life. Determined to push them towards this decision, he pressed the razor blade against his wrist, deepening the cut. With each passing moment, his life hung by a thread, as his consciousness slipped away with his draining blood. John awakens to a surreal sight, Satan looming over him, lifting him from the floor. With a chilling demeanor, the demon unveils his intentions, to heal John's wrists and rid him of cancer, albeit with a sadistic twist. With ruthless precision, Satan tears through John's ribs, displacing his heart to access the diseased lungs, clawing out the cancer with a ferocity that defies description. Yet, even this macabre procedure falls short of Satan's satisfaction. With a searing blaze, he incinerates John's ravaged form, only to resurrect it anew, leaving John to grapple with the harrowing ordeal of his rebirth. Despite the excruciating ordeal of his rebirth, John finds solace in the knowledge that he has wounded Satan's pride. As he dons his clothes, preparing to depart, Satan issues a chilling warning. While John may live for now, his soul will ultimately belong to the demon, who will subject him to endless torment and death. With a smirk, John issues a warning to Satan, declaring that his demise would only reignite the conflict among the three demons, leading to their ultimate defeat by God. Lighting a cigarette, he defiantly gestures to the demons before departing, knowing that his survival is their only chance at avoiding eternal strife and eventual defeat.